Welcome back, everybody, to Obstacle Academy's Second World Ninja League Qualifier. We are on to the teen division. It's still the top 3 male, top 3 female athletes in each division are going to qualify for a regional competition here hosted at Obstacle Academy in May. Another awesome course for the ninjas to take on. We are using the World Ninja League new format. So it's no longer a single fail elimination. It's now point-based. Their time score per obstacle and their difficulty score per obstacle are both considered in their final placing. Huge thank you to Primo Chalk, all the red buckets you see out on the gym floor. Those are all supplied by Primo Chalk, as well as some of the prizes. They're helping sponsor the stream because they're awesome. So especially if you're a gym or a gym owner and you're looking for good deals on large quantities of chalk, then definitely check out Primo. It's a 10 obstacle course, 3-minute time limit. Athletes will continue running until time runs out or they run out of obstacles. So here at Obstacle Academy lately, we've been doing a split decision for the final few obstacles of each course. So the athlete is committed to the lane that they choose. So it's going to add a layer of interest to their course run. So it'll be interesting to see what they choose. So let's take a look at the run order for the teen division. Starting things off, we have Blake, Schneider, then Campbell, then Owen, Henry Coyle, Andreas. Whole bunch of Obstacle Academy athletes, as always. A good handful of some out-of-state athletes. We're excited to see what they got. Let's take a look at the course that they're going to run in the teen division. Starts off with big, long agility balance lane right into a pretty big ring lache. Super fun obstacle. Looks basic, super fun. Little cat grab, cat back obstacle. Couple laches, classic Obstacle Academy obstacle, Lego laches. And we move on to a grip line here. Sort of some tricky angular momentum required. Now we're gonna watch Coach Skinny attempt the lache line. I can't remember if this is his 5th or 6th attempt. It has to have been his 6th attempt. Yep, makes it no problem. Continues on to the dismount. Then they move on to a spinning bar to spinning bar to angled lache to a trapeze bar. And then this is where things get interesting. The athletes are going to have 2 options here. Whatever option they choose, they're committed to that lane. One is a trampoline jump to magnetic, holds to an agility line. One is trampolines to agility to a tricky little puck component. This is another look at the first lane. They're allowed that post. Then it is a vertical limit style hold to a dismount. That lane finishes with another Lego lache. This one goes into what I think we're calling the birdhouses. Sort of a grip intensive ending if they choose this route. Their other option here is a lâché to a wingnut style Obstacle Academy specific hold, to another one, to a dismount, and then the final obstacle on route number 2. A little tech skill involved that kind of cooperates with the current ninja meta. It is a blind hook to their final dismount. It's going to be awesome to see. We have 15 athletes competing today. We'll be started in just a minute. Up first for the teen division, we have Blake Snyder, and we have a little treat for you guys. Here as a guest commentator, we have Jerry Boyd.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guest commentator Jerry at your service.
Guest commentator Jerry is going to help us out, hopefully for the rest of the stream. We'll see how long he's able to hang around. Blake dancing through the first obstacle, on to the second. Blake's on one of our most elite teams here at Obstacle Academy. Coach Skinny is his coach. Trains twice a week. I know he has some stuff at home. He has all kinds of interests that keep him active. Really strong kid. He's been friends with Evan White, another one of our athletes. I know they train together quite a bit.
You know, he says his favorite ninja is Joe Morawski, the weatherman. Let's see whether or not he can clear this course.
Yeah, that's no surprise from Blake. He's been a big Joe fan for a really long time. Both currently and in the past. He used to show up with Joe Morawski shirt, Joe Morawski pants.
I do remember that. It was a very interesting sight to see. I'm glad it matched. Very positive guy.
It didn't, like, the colors aren't, and none of that really matched, but the fact that he had Joe written on his shirt.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts. Moving his way through the obstacle onto the next one. Eyeing up the trapeze bar. He's a pretty strong athlete. I know he can complete this one.
Yeah, I don't think Blake's going to have any issue with anything strength-oriented. He competes way better than he used to. That's the tricky part, is you can be unbelievably strong, you can have great swing design, all of that stuff in practice, but then when it comes to competing, being able to put it all together it's almost an entirely new skill, and it's cool to see that Blake lately he's started to unlock it.
For sure. Great at performing under pressure. Let's see if he can get this vertical limit real quick.
You know Joe would get it, and I think that
of course
one of his main goals here is going to be to
be like Joe.
Be like Joe. There he is. Once he's locked in, see if he can line the dismount up. This may not be a singularly difficult obstacle, but at the end of a course, that little ledge is just unforgiving.
Sure.
Can see him kind of shaking out. He's clarifying with the judge whether or not he can use the post to get to the Lego, which is allowed. It's on to his final lâché. The component he's lâchéing to is actually offset, so it's kind of a tricky swing design. You can see he's sort of moving his lower and upper body around, going from one shoulder to another. Just about had it. An awesome run from Blake, especially being the first runner in the wave. Get all the way to the last obstacle. You can see here he kicks out right. Does an infinity-shaped swing. He just barely gets his hands into it. Just not enough. Up next, we got Campbell Remus. Trotting along through obstacle number 1. Beautiful Lachey on the second obstacle. Takes an additional swing just to make sure she's lined up. Oh, and just comes up short. That's fine with the new format. Realistically, you're afforded a mistake or two with each obstacle being its own point value, both on difficulty and time. A full clear is no longer the only thing that can win.
Strength is really going to be put to the test. The hand-eye coordination on this Lego. The second one, bigger, easier to grab. Let's see if she can get it.
Nicely done from Campbell. When you travel to a gym and there's a gym-specific obstacle and you've never touched it and you don't know how it feels, that's kind of a risk that you take, so it's pretty impressive that she got both of those.
You know, one of our WNL questionnaires is how many pickles is too many pickles?
You're absolutely right, Jerry.
Let's just
Still moving along. She's got herself 45 seconds. One spinning bar to another. Awesome, Lachey. Nice catch. Moves on to the non-spinning trapeze bar. Her Lachey's look really good.
got about 30 seconds left. Let's see what split decision she goes for.
Looks like she's eyeballing the trampoline to agility. Nice catch. This hold that she's about to jump to is tricky. She goes for the skip. That could be a beta break.
Definitely a huge beta break.
Just a couple of seconds left. Put together a really great run. Awesome to see her out here competing. Nice work, Campbell. Let's take another look at the spinning trapeze bar Lachey. Those are 8 feet apart. Perfect catch. She's able to maintain some momentum into the next one. Up next, we have Owen Pham.
Very strong athlete, always does good at his competitions, but what might surprise people is his mental strength on the course. He's very good at planning out his routes in competitions. See him put it to the test.
Yep, Owen trains at Ultimate Ninja's North Shore. Primary coaches are Justine and Derek.
Clear.
Favorite style of movement is dynamic. So you should feel right at home, especially in this truss system in particular. Takes a quick second, catches breath, chalk up. Hops onto the cannonballs, onto the first Lego.
Ooh, looked like he was going for that link.
Yeah, he definitely positioned himself for continuous posture. Nice smooth, safe run so far. He's not sprinting through anything. Lands, takes a breath, looks at what he's going to do. Able to line up the dismount.
Perfect.
Grabs himself a handful of Primo. He says if he is lucky, he can train once a week. So to travel out here to compete in a World Ninja League qualifier, training 1 day a week is pretty impressive. Another fun fact, Owen just barely made it in time to compete here today because he was competing in a bouldering competition directly before this.
Very impressive. No need for a warm-up even.
Yeah, he should be plenty warm after a bouldering competition. It's Owen's first competition at Obstacle Academy. Looks like he's opting for the trampoline to a magnetic catch. Lachey to the agility line. No problem on the agility. Pretty quick on his feet.
We're going to see that bouldering strength put to the test on this VL. Looks super comfy.
Yeah, that didn't look like an issue. On to the Lego Lachey. Let's see if he can line this up. The swing itself is really tricky. You're tempted to kick toward where you want to go. He knew his hips were just too far behind him. Awesome run from Owen. Great performance. Yeah, you can see here he's just leaning so far forward when he laches. Would have been a really hard catch. Up next, we got Henry Coyle. Henry Coyle's on one of our elite teams. Been in Obstacle Academy for a long time. When asked how many pickles is too many pickles, he says 1, because I hate pickles. Henry, I don't know about that, man. I don't know if I trust that. I think he's pulling our leg.
Just got out of a pickle with those ring laches.
Yep, he just got himself out of a pickle.
Might as well.
Henry trains 90 minutes at a time, 3 days a week, here at Obstacle Academy with Coach Sam. When asked, would you rather swim in a pool of ketchup or swim in a pool of relish, he said, swim in a pool of ketchup.
Let's hope he doesn't take a swim on one of these obstacles, though.
Nice one, Jerry. Jerry, what would you rather do? Would you rather swim in a pool of ketchup or a pool of relish?
You know, Sam and I were actually talking about this before we started up this stream, but relish. Relish is my go-to. I think the chunks would provide a good texture to swim in. So, yeah, relish. How about you, Hunter?
I feel like you'd be more buoyant in relish than ketchup.
For sure.
But then again, I don't know. I guess maybe relish.
Relish is just tiny pickles, if you think about it, diced.
Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely a theme here with the questions. Coyle, no issue with an 8-foot bar-to-bar lache, even links the dismount. Onto the spinning bar lache. One kick forward, should have it here. Light continuous posture to get a head start on his momentum. Onto the regular trapeze bar, and he's off. Let's see what he decides here on the split decision. He's going to be committed to whatever lane he chooses first. Trampoline, magnets, lache to agility. This is trickier than some of these kids are making it look. You lache off of these holds onto 2 wobbling blocks, but I think they all have just really good footwork so far. Coyle is opting for cliffhanger style on this vertical limit, and honestly, I agree with him. A lot of people will face backward. For some reason, I think I've always found it more comfortable to do those things cliffhanger style too. Unless they're real small. He's got one obstacle left.
See if he can be the first one to finish this one out. He's got 3 seconds, though.
Oh, he is running out. Yeah, he ran out. Awesome run from Coyle. He is making his way through the vertical limit. You can see him fighting for it. Nice run out of coil. Up next, we have Andreas Dre Johnson.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right. Dre is one of the most naturally talented athletes.
I think he's most recognized for his swinging form on laches.
Yep, he definitely has a unique swing style, but he's one of the, as far as endurance goes and just general intuitive sense, he can pull momentum from nowhere. Links the dismount, pretty expected out of Dre. Dre is on an Elite 2 team with Coach Hunter. Yours truly. I've known Dre since he was a tiny kid.
Ooh, he wanted that link.
It looked like he wanted to link it. He does link through the second one to the dismount.
Already off to the next obstacle.
Yeah, he's always competed really, really well. I mean, everybody has like their little hiccups once in a while, but when Dre puts together a course run and it goes the way he wants it to, he looks unbeatable. Ridiculously good continuous form. He's skipping the dismount and linking all the way to the second. Spinning trapeze bar. Pulls through the dismount, gets credit for both obstacles, makes the choice right away. I think he knew before he was going in.
Loses the hat, though.
Loses the hat, doesn't need it. It's funny, every once in a while, Dre will get a haircut, and he'll just keep his hat on for weeks at a time. There he goes, pulls his way onto the vertical limit. Super controlled. He's got one obstacle left.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, he has all kinds of time here. I don't think this is a particularly difficult swing to set up for. Is he going to skip that thing?
It's looking like it. He's got to watch that backswing,
I think he's going to
though.
skip it. I think he's going to skip it. No way. Did he make that? No way. That's a 17-foot lache off that Lego to skip that hold. This is insane. No way. He craned it. He has 1 foot on top and just cat grabs. Sucks his feet up away from the mats.
The man, the myth, the Dre.
Ridiculous. All right, up next we have James Rogers. Let's go, James. Wow, that kid is growing up. Seen James a good handful of times before. I think he just had a birthday fairly recently. Taking an extra swing just to make sure he's lined up. Able to fix it. Just has to stay oriented here for the dismount. I think he's there. Just has to come off smart. Be ready to move on right away. Nice save, James. Takes one quick breath before moving on. Big cat back move to the next dismount block. He is allowed the other post if he needs it. Smart, safe and smooth so far. On to the Legos.
Nice.
Nice catch on the first one. The second one isn't the catch that I think is difficult. I think it's lining up this diagonal dismount, but he maintains a perfect angle the entire time.
Doesn't like more than 2 layers of pickles on a sandwich or burger. Fun fact.
Nice. That was smooth. Get your breath. Get your breath.
Awesome little bit of trivia there, Jerry.
Thank you.
Good. Switch grip.
James is cruising along. This is a pretty smooth run.
Switch grip. Switch grip.
He does only have about 1:10 left, so it will be a little bit tight. He doesn't have a ton of obstacles left, so he will have to be efficient. He'll have to get rid of any extra swings. Nice lache, nice catch just by the fingertips. Got to line this dismount up and then make a choice quick. What's he gonna pick?
1 is the popular choice for the split decision.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go magnets here. Magnets to agility. Coming up on 30 seconds left.
Landing. Jump, and go.
No problem with the agility. Tiny wiggle right in the beginning. He is only allowed feet on the post. So it's going to be kind of tricky to figure out. Real short on time. If he wants this point, he's going to have to burn through that vertical limit. Come on, dude. Just about. Nice fight. Nice run out of James. Good to see him out here again. A little more focused, a little more mature, a little older. Up next, we got Drew Burgraff, an Emerge Academy athlete. Those are our buddies out there. Primary coach is Cade Perkins. And he just comes off. Looks like he was just a little bit too much at an angle. Ninja he looks up to is Bob Reese. Bob Reese had a motive.
He's a cool guy. Great man bun.
Yep, Bob Reese is cool, dude. He does have a nice man bun.
Some would say the best man bun.
It might be the best man bun. Jerry actually has a tier list set up for man buns.
I do. It's in my basement. Fun fact, he doesn't like more than 2 layers of pickles on his sandwich or burger.
Yeah, when asked how many pickles is too many, he says more than 2 layers on a sandwich or burger is too many.
That does seem like a lot of pickles.
That's a sensible answer. That is actually a sensible answer. Just gets tangled up from cannonball to cone. He got twisted around. Takes one quick breath, and then he's moving on to the laches. This trapeze bar is way higher in real life than it looks on video. If you look at where Coach Skinny is compared to where Drew is, it's kind of a good idea, but no problem with the 8-foot lache. Just has to get this dismount. He's a little tangled up. Just about. Almost had it lined up.
Got about 1 minute and 10 seconds left for the rest of this course.
Yeah, 1:10, it's possible. He'll have to be quick. He'll have to make a decision quickly on the split decision and get down the lane, really. Just peels off that spinning bar. Those are a little bit trickier than they look. There's a PVC sleeve around a standard trapeze bar, so it will spin.
Going for a split decision number 1.
Yeah, he's opting for the lache to agility. Which lane would you choose, Jerry, if you had to compete in this course?
Well, split decision number 2 looks very interesting towards the end with that ring hook move. I think that's what's directing more athletes towards number 1. But after seeing that move by Dre Dre, I think I'm gonna have to go with number 1.
I think Dre Dre changed my preference just a little bit too. Drew's on his final obstacle here. Got a little less than 10 seconds to see if he can make it happen. This angle to those pockets is really tricky.
Gotta figure out that swing.
Yep, that's a tough swing to figure out. Nice run out of Drew. It's cool to see him here. I don't remember seeing him before. We're going to take a 5-minute break, everybody. Do a battery change, quick internet test. See you in just a few minutes for the rest of the teen division. All right, up next for the teen division, we have Paige. Paige is new here at Obstacle Academy. She just came in for a tryout the other day, and it was evident right off the bat she's pretty dedicated ninja. Primary coach, Hunter. That's me.
Yeah, that's you, man.
Looks like she's lining up for the ring dismount here. Let's see if she can work it back out.
Favorite ninja is Najee Richardson. Let's see if she can fly like the Phoenix on this obstacle.
Let's go, Jerry. Opts to just move on for the next point. Totally fine. She was out for a little bit. She's got a little bit sick. Nice catch. She's hopping right back into it. Again, it's another benefit of this format is you can make a mistake like that early on and still recover and still have a good chance at qualifying if you can put together a good run on the rest of the course. Nice catch on that first Lego. I think that first Lego is definitely a trickier catch. It's the strap restriction, and it's a little less forgiving as far as the amount of room you actually have to hold the component. Makes the next one no problem right onto the grip line.
Gotta get this dismount where she can chalk up again for the trapeze move.
Yeah, I have a feeling that you'll definitely want chalk after these last two. She goes here. I think she might have enough to reach out. She's got to commit to the reach. Nicely done, Paige. Little over a minute left. Moving on to the laches. Big downward lache from swinging bar to static bar. Oh, just misses one hand. Got about 40 seconds left. 8-foot spinning bar, 2 spinning bar. Just a tad short. Got about 30 seconds. Let's see which lane she chooses. Looking at this one.
About 2.
Yep, she's looking at that trampoline to agility. Nicely done. Very smart. Go kind of wide. That's a tricky hold she's on right now. Look at the tiny amount of purchase you get with your fingers. And then you're on a single strap. Still lines up the dismount. Pretty impressive. Opts to skip right through that one. She's got just a few seconds left. I think she wants to try the skyhook move. Come on, Paige. Just barely runs out of time. Awesome run from Paige. Good to see you back. She was out for just a little bit. Had to miss some practices. Good seeing her here. Nice run. Next up, we got Sebastian. Sebastian Castaneda.
Coming up after a little bit of a break, says here in his questionnaire.
Yeah, he took a little bit of a break. I think he's in a competitive basketball league. Looks like he underestimated that distance just a little bit. It is further. It's definitely further in real life than it looks like on camera. Super fun obstacle, but if you're not lined up, you're only catching a singular ring off of a decent sized lache. It's pretty tricky. Floats up to the first Lego. Light continuous posture into the second Lego. Makes a dismount, no problem. This will be interesting to see. Sebastian he has some of the better grip strength across his team. He always kind of has, but he's had a break, so let's see if he maintained any of that strength. Yep, looks like a non-issue for him. Still has good strength, still has good swing design.
Favorite type of movement are laches. It's going to come into play on this obstacle. Latches, some might even say.
Yep. Favorite movement types, lache. Let's see if he remembers some good lache tech. He loads for a continuous. I think he might have been able to have it. Takes an extra swing just to be sure. just barely misses the dismount. That's what's tricky about falling at the very end of an obstacle is you don't get credit for the obstacle, but you know, you spent the time and energy on it. Finishes up the final obstacle before the split decision. Looks like he's looking at trampoline to agility.
How many pickles is too many pickles?
Can he save that? Wow, Jerry, you see that?
Yeah.
Second to last obstacle of the course. Just over 30 seconds left. That's a really, really tricky Lachey.
Still got enough time to try this last obstacle, though.
Yeah, he definitely has time. This one is unbelievably technical. I have a feeling he's going to try to skip. That skip is massive. Yeah, if somebody attempts that skip and gets it, they definitely earn it. Watch this save on the agility. So he surfs over the front one, does a perfect nose manual, comes back down, smiles a little bit like he knows what he just did. All right, up next we got Parker. Parker, another one of our elites. Parker has some wiry, explosive strength. Almost to the point where you get worried every time he's in the air.
I don't know if we're going to see too much of this in the course, but he has some crazy bunnies. He can jump super high.
Yeah, he can jump. This kid can jump. Sometimes when it comes to course design, you have to set around his ability to jump. Real good kid. He's on an elite team here. One of our most elite teams. His coach is Coach Skinny. Trains 3 days a week. Nicely done. He's got 2 minutes left. Takes a quick breath. He looks down the lane. He has an awfully unique style of movement. Both spinning bars, no issue. Onto the regular trapeze bar. He's finishing up the last obstacle before the split decision. Let's see what he chooses.
Numero uno.
Yeah, looks like he's coming down the trampoline to agility lane. He gets it. Gets 1 foot on the dismount, sucks his other leg in. It's got a minute. Got a minute to go. This first catch is unbelievably tricky. Just about. It looks like he had his hands on it. Maybe one of his hands wasn't perfectly secure. He's going for it, isn't he? He's going for it.
Big.
Oh, wow. It's funny. I mean, the little let's go. I saw him mouth the word let's go right after his Lachey. He does it. He goes mixed grip on his back swing. He has it and just sends all body parts moving. All body parts moving. Makes it happen. Let's go, Parker. Up next, we got Miguel. Miguel Serrato, we've seen him many times over the years. It's cool watching some of these athletes grow up. He trains out of Ultimate Ninjas Naperville. When asked what ninja he looks up to, he says, most of them because I'm short. That could be the best answer I think that we've seen so far.
Definitely the best answer.
Definitely the best answer.
What ninja would you say that you look up to the most? Hunter?
Ooh, that's tricky. Current or former?
Let's go with former.
Former. Probably, I'd say Jake Murray. We call him Tony. Probably Jake Murray. Jake always had a tendency to, even when it was difficult, he would just kind of be the best person that he could be. And he was just a freak athlete. He's still a freak athlete. He's still doing a ton of stuff. I don't know if he's doing so much ninja anymore, but still an unbelievable rock climber. Just misses the second Lego. Still has about a minute and a half. It's got to line the swing. This is actually a really tricky swing design. If you're unfamiliar with changing direction, can be really tricky. That's smart to get on that final cannonball real quick like that. It didn't give him a chance to get further out of whack. He just matched on it quick and dismounted. Super.
On and off.
Yeah, real non-rookie move.
The
Primary
chief.
coach is Jesse Lebrecq.
See if he tries some links on these laches real quick.
He threatened it. You could tell he wants to get his legs behind him. Ooh, that's beautiful posture. He just comes up short, though. The first bar he caught was near perfect continuous posture. He just didn't throw it quite far enough.
By the fingertips.
Yep, just fingertips. He's onto the spinning bars now. Just a hair short again. He's got about 30 seconds left. I'd have to think he'll definitely have time for the first obstacle in one of the lanes. If he moves quick and doesn't get tangled up, I think he can get this last point. Oh, he was right there.
Nope, you get this obstacle.
Just a couple seconds left. See if he can get his hands on this first one. Just about. Nice run out of Miguel. Good seeing him again. Up next, we got Brayton. Another athlete who's really come a long way. Started probably, I want to say, maybe 2 years ago. We started seeing him compete. Trains on an advanced 2 team. Coach T-Money or T-Mommy. A lot of the athletes call him T-Mommy.
Jumping out to those cannonballs.
Yep, up onto the cannonballs. Jerry, is there anything you would do different that the athletes have done so far? Is there any? What do you think?
You know, I think looking back at Andreas's run, that was a perfect run, especially for the lane 1 split decision. So I'd probably go with that running style. Yeah, not too much I would change.
Yeah, Dre pretty much had it optimized. Brayton's cruising along. Absolutely night and day difference from when he first started competing. And it's tough to... It's one of the hardest things to tell athletes because you can't show him this run, which is a very technically sound, very confident, comfortable run. You can't show them a video of their future, so they basically just have to rely on you telling them you're going to get better at this. And he's stuck with it. He's stuck with it. Now he's competing. I mean, competing with some of the best. Oh, he just came up short. I am really happy he went for the link. It just came up a tiny bit short. Onto the 8-foot spinning bars. No problem.
Gotta figure out the hip technique for this mount.
See which lane he opts for here. He's going trampoline balance. He's going to have to figure out this swing design. Looks like one more full rotation. If he hooks it right here, nicely done, Brayton. He eyeballed that one. He's like, nope, I'm trying for the last one. I think he has more confidence in this one. I think he's going to go for the skip like Parker did. That skip is so huge. He was actually really close. Really difficult to overstate how big that skip really is. Here, he catches just slightly continuous so he can build maximum momentum as quickly as he can. Yeah, awesome run from Brayton. Come a long way over the years. Up next, we got Ellis Rothke. Looks like he's double checking something with one of the judges.
If there's any beta breaking on this course, he'll find a way to break it.
Yeah, Ellis is one of the few athletes who will really, really challenge he'll challenge a course designer, because if there's an option to do some crazy move to skip a difficult part, Ellis has thought about it before you have. Not only has he thought about it before you have, he can also do it, and he'll do it under pressure. Which is good to see. I mean, there's the individuals like that, they push the meta in Ninja altogether because it forces you to have a very, very polished, a really polished course with, you know, opportunity to be creative, but not one skipped move after another. Super confident in his laches. We'll see if he opts for the dismount block. On and off it quick enough. In true fashion, he catches it forward grip. Make an awesome time. Now I'm curious to see what else he's going to do. I mean, he is strong, but his lache check is super good too. Okay. I was
thinking he was going for that one.
Yep, I think he has full confidence in that skip at the end, but the thing that adds kind of a layer of difficulty is he's got to catch this before. Wow, just fingertips. He unlocks it though. This next one is much easier to catch, but still a really technical. No! It's all right. I have a feeling he's going to go for the skip.
Yep, saw that one.
Just barely. He almost might be too tall to get adequate backswing, because the lache before that final lache is only 6 feet. So someone at his height, they're going to bang into the bar behind him in order to get enough momentum to do the skip. Nicely done. Forward grip on the spinning bar. Switches to mixed. Up next, we have Henry Nystrom. Hank. He is all the way up in the teen division now. Hank started when he was just a young kid, little kid on junior. He's our last runner in the teen division. Hank has some pretty incredible movement.
Nice, Hanky.
If he gets his hands onto a hold and they're positioned correctly, he can hang on to it. I've come to believe that over the years.
I'm faced with the When faced with the question, how many pickles is too many pickles? He says there is no such thing as too many pickles.
My man.
Hunter, what do you think about that?
My man.
Is there such thing as too many pickles?
There's no such thing as too many pickles.
Great answer, DeGanji.
Does he opt for the link? Oh, he takes the extra swing. It is smart if he recognizes that he didn't quite have enough. I know that he can do a link that size. He has really good swing design. Snatches the spinning bar out of the air, moves right on. Really, really efficient through this part. He actually has given himself a decent amount of time for these last lanes.
Rushing right into it.
Yeah, no hesitation. Minute 15 left. 2 obstacles left. It should be enough. Vertical limit should be a non-issue for Hank as long as he can get onto it. It is a reach. He's going to have to... Part of what makes this difficult is the strap design. The hold he has in his left hand is restricted in a way that it forces you to move very specifically.
Going for the cliffhanger tech.
Yep, cliffhanger tech. He's giving himself 45 seconds. As long as he can line up a good swing design from the Lego into those pockets quickly, I have a feeling he can finish this. Very smart infinity. Is he there? He just comes up short. Amazing run out of Hank. Looking real good out there. He kicks forward. Right here is the issue. He moves his feet back to his left too quickly. Doesn't give him the infinity required to get into those pockets. Just comes right out. Beautiful run out of Hanky. He was our final runner for the teens division. I say we meet another... Should we meet another athlete? I say we're going to introduce Tristan Anderson for a Meet the Athletes. Give these athletes a little bit of time to swing around the course, and then we will be back for awards.
Hello, everybody! Hooray! Welcome to Obstacle Academy's Meet the Athletes, where you will get an inside look at all of their personalities and their interests and their quirks. My name is Hunter Gerard. Let's get into it.
Tristan Anderson. It's been a long time coming, man.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get to the bottom of who you really are, hopefully. And luckily, we can make these sandwiches as we go. Mine's going to be a salami sandwich.
As we go?
Yeah, I think as we do the interview, I know that we're going to get hungry. We'll probably work up an appetite. So what we're going to do is we'll make and eat these sandwiches throughout the interview. Cool.
Sounds good.
If you notice, I'm already putting meat, and I'm using as much of my skin as I can on the salami. I can't wait to eat that. See?
Yeah.
I can't wait to eat it.
I think I'm going to have some ham right now.
You're just diving right in. Look at you go. You always have. You always have. How long have you been doing ninja?
I've been doing ninja for probably like 5 or 6 years now.
So how old were you when you started?
Like 9. 9, I
9?
think.
Because you're
But-
about to be 16?
Yeah.
Dang, man. Tristan with the license. It's so weird calling you Tristan. For those of, for the people who don't know, what is your actual name?
My actual name is Young Busy.
Young Busy. Okay, good. We need to declare that up because I'm going to end up calling you Busy throughout the...
Yep.
I'll end up calling you Busy throughout the interview. I just know that I will.
I think my cheese.
What were you thinking when you first came into the ninja gym? Did you know anything about ninja?
I had gone to a couple open gyms with my cousins at like Conquer, but I hadn't really been on a team or anything before that. I just remember being like super scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were one of the very first tryouts when the program here at Obstacle Academy started. You were one of the very first tryouts. I remember that happening.
Yeah, I remember that day.
How did you hear about Obstacle Academy? Was it your parents who heard about it, or was it your like a friend or anything like that?
Sorry, I just like to hit myself with cheese.
No, I get it, dude.
I like to rub it on my body a little bit.
I get it, bro.
But I learned about it through my parents. I mean, I was 9. I didn't really
Yeah, when you're 9, you don't
discover
really know.
that
Hang
so
on,
much
I'm
stuff
gonna have
myself.
some
Yeah. My parents just told me that we were going to have a tryout for like the stuff I'd been doing at. I did summer camps before.
Okay.
Good sandwich.
Yeah, man, I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm starving too. I don't know why I can't make the sandwich faster.
What do you do outside of Ninja? Do you have any hobbies?
Well, I just really like putting cheese all over myself. That's one hobby I have.
Okay, I get it. Given your nature.
Yeah, other than that, for sports like school sports, I do Nordic skiing and track.
You do Nordic skiing. That
Yeah.
surprised me
Yeah.
that you picked that up. It's
Like-
good to eat when you're really hungry, dude. It's good to eat.
Like, I should probably put it a little bit more to the left. Sorry, I just really like mayo. Oh my god.
Why did you do that?
Sorry, I just really like mayo.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I wouldn't eat mayo like that.
I just like it so
It's
much.
not my kind of thing. I would throw up directly onto my own arms if anything like that happened. For the people out there, what is your most embarrassing moment? You remember?
I would say probably the most embarrassing one that I remember is last year, like at the end of the, sorry, I just need to take another bite.
I get it. Man's gotta have his mayo. But last year at the end of what?
At the end of the school year, I was in a health class, and you know how like when you do like sorry, when you learn about like like the sex talk, you know,
Yeah.
in school they tell you like not to laugh or they're gonna like get mad at you. In the back of the class with my friend, and we weren't really paying attention because it was like it was an elective, but you had to take it to graduate.
Okay.
So we didn't really care about it that much. Mm-hmm. So you're sitting in the back of the class, like we were showing each other like videos and pictures and stuff, and we were laughing. And the guy thought that we were laughing. The teacher thought we were laughing at the presentation.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the most embarrassing.
No, there's
okay.
more. There's more.
Yeah.
So he thought we were laughing at the presentation, so he got all mad at us. And then as our punishment,
Yeah.
I think I'm full. Actually,
As your punishment, what?
as my punishment, we had to. The teacher was like, "Oh, you think that's so funny? Then why don't you teach this lesson for yourself?" So me and my friend had to go up to the front of the room.
And you taught it?
We had to teach the rest of the slideshow.
No way.
Yeah.
I would have paid to see that, dude. What is your greatest non-ninja accomplishment and your greatest ninja accomplishment?
Probably my greatest ninja accomplishment, I would say probably qualifying for like most of the competitions I've done, like every year that I've done them.
Okay.
Like I don't think I've ever like failed to qualify for a league that I've actually tried at. You
So
know?
like general ninja success.
Yeah.
What about non-ninja related? What do you think?
Probably like the amount of ham I can put on a sandwich.
I get it, dude.
Dude, I love just putting so much.
I get it, bro. I get it. You're really doing the sandwich thing in pieces.
And in my mouth.
Mine is
Yeah.
actually really good. I'm impressed that I was able to put this together.
Can I put the top piece of bread on maybe?
What's your favorite food?
Like I would have
Plain
to say,
bread?
Yeah, plain bread. But other than that, I really like quesadillas.
All right, dude. I can
I don't know
I
why.
can get
They're
on board
just-
with that.
Quesadillas are so good.
Biggest fear?
Honestly, like drowning.
Why does everybody say that?
Because it seems so...
It seems what?
That was good. But it seems so bad. Like, you can't breathe at all. And you're just, like, suffering until you die.
Yeah. That would be I think almost any way to die would be horrible, but I think
Yeah.
drowning is probably on the list of like one of the most pleasant ways. Drowning
'Cause,
would be
like-
on the list for like one of the most pleasant ways.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Because, like, but I
dude.
would be scared because, like, you know you're going to die. Like, you know
yeah,
you're
but
just
it's
gone.
like, I don't know. I would, if I had to choose between being like eaten by ants or burned to death or something like that. Dang, man, you are hungry. You must be growing. So
Yeah, bro.
you don't really have to think about this yet, but it's probably something that should start approaching, your decision making. What do you think your dream job would be?
Like, dream job or realistic?
Dream. Start with dream.
I don't know. Probably something like... Sorry, like...
Yum, dude.
You're such good ham.
I like to watch you eat.
My dream job would probably be something like where I guess the work is already done, like an entrepreneur where you have a bunch of businesses, but most of the hard work is already done, you know?
Yeah,
And you
like
just
make
kinda-
money while you sleep type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
I don't know specifically, but something like that.
You said dream job or realistic job. Why do you think that there's a difference?
Well, because, like, if I guess a dream job would be like you don't have to do much or anything, and then you just make money. Like,
Yeah. Like what? You like it with the skin on?
yeah,
I do too. Sometimes I just eat the skin.
really,
Yeah.
I do that too.
So what would be your nightmare job then in
Mine-
contrast?
ooh.
What would you definitely not do? No matter the paycheck.
I feel like there's some bad job out there, but I feel like a really bad one would be like a news person.
Really?
I don't like. I feel like there's worse ones I'm not like thinking of on the spot, but
Like a news reporter, you think?
no, like a newscaster, like the people that sit at the desks and like.
Really?
Because I feel like.
Yeah, I guess it'd be tough to like sneak in inside jokes. If you were
Yeah.
friends with everybody you worked with. Have you eaten that entire jar of mayo yet?
Almost, dude. I really love mayo.
Yeah, I get
love
it.
mayo so
I
much.
get it, man. What do you see yourself doing directly out of high school? Because you're a sophomore this year.
Yep.
What do you see immediately afterward? Are you going to go to school right away?
Always in my nose.
You got to eat slower, dude. You dive in like crazy, man. I'm watching you.
Straight out of high school, I probably see myself going to college, or maybe like one gap year max or something. But
Yeah.
I'll probably go into college right away.
Within the state,
Preferably, yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
You have no kind of dream of branching out or anything like that?
I think it'd be kind of fun if like the opportunity presents itself, but like I think I would rather just stay close to like everyone I know.
Yeah, that's part of it, dude. Yeah, that is part of it. It makes it easier to have friends already and not have to make new ones and stuff like that.
Dude, I really just don't want to get this on my hair. Like, I love spreading mayo on myself so much, but I hate like getting mayo in my hair.
getting mayo in my
It happens so much when I spread it around myself.
It wouldn't be bad if some got in your hair.
No, I do like it in my ears though.
Okay.
It's pretty fun.
Prove it. Okay, I believe you. I believe you. So what if somebody was just starting Ninja, right? Do you have any advice for them if they're nervous to come in? Because you were a nervous 9-year-old. If somebody was just starting and they wanted to get started, what advice would you give them?
I would say just find like a local gym that's close to you. And especially get to know people there that
Yeah.
can help you.
Like friends or coaches?
I would say both. Both are helpful in different ways. I would say friends help you more like get used to being around like, or get used to into being ninja, like get you into doing ninja without being
Yeah.
afraid of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is way easier. That's kind of with anything. It is way easier to, if you have friends doing it, no matter how much it sucks, like if it's terrible and you're there with your friends, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
God, your sandwich looks good.
No.
You should be a chef. If you're thinking of something to do, you should be a chef. You want
I
some of mine?
should.
Here,
Yeah.
catch. That was a horrible catch.
I just love mayo.
I get it, bro. I hope I don't throw up watching you do that. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Tristan Anderson, a.k.a. Young Busy, for our sandwich making, eating. And if you want tutorials on our recipes or kind of how we do it, then too bad. It's a secret.
And if you want to get into professional ham and mayo eating, just hit me up. I'll teach you how.
Hit up your boy Biz.
Nope.
See you in the next interview.
Oh.
All right, good job.
Oh,
Oh, that was like particularly smooth answers and everything, despite everything.
That was good.
I mean,
was that good?
super good. All right, welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody knows a little bit more about Young Busy or Tristan Anderson than they did before. You're going to see him compete later in the elite division. Let's head down to the floor with Coach Skinny. Take a look at the podiums for the teen division.
All right, so we only had 2 females competing in this one, so we're going to have a stand-in for 3rd place. Cora Schuler. Yay, go Tubi! Good run, Tubi, getting 0 points. In second place, we had Paige. Right there, Paige. Grab the medal from Jerry. And in first place, we had Campbell. Good job, Campbell. Dude, I think she is. All right, ladies, thank you. Go ahead and hop down. All right, and in third place for the boys, Hanky. Hank. In second place, we have Parker. Good work today, Parker. And in first place, we have Andreas Johnson. Nice work, guys. All right, can I have the ladies stand up in their spots, please? Tubi, please go to your spot.
There's our teen podium. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We will see you back for the young adult, and masters division, I believe, at 5 o'clock. See you here.